and making the points at the time of lecture. Whenever your professors takes the classes, please make a note of it, which is very much important, and don't wait for their points. Don't think that they are going to give the points. You have to make it the points of your own. So ನೀವೇ ಓನ್ ಆಗಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು or lecture ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ that's a very important thing. And maintaining notes given by your professors, not only that one, you have to prepare the notes of your own. That's very, very important from the examination point of view, because you must know how to prepare on your own. Don't copy the others. So whenever your professors gives the notes, it's nothing but a copied one. It's a historical one. Don't make it. Take that one, but make it the notes of your own. Now coming to here, references. What is this? So whenever usually your professors used to take the classes for you, they used to refer many books or maybe some websites or anything. Apart from that, you must be able to refer the books what they have not referred. Again, I'm telling you what they have not. Think that if they are brought a textbook and making the class from that one, please don't see that one. You have to refer the other books what they have not seen. So try to make through the web, make the Google search, go to the YouTube, you search. There will be so many lectures in the YouTubes that what you're going to get. And especially the social media as of now is very wide. So please make use of it, these things, because previously all these things were not there when we are studying. But now you are having a very good opportunity for all these things. Please go for this. Then preparing for exams. Now, as they have already mentioned that you are the advanced learners, and I learned here that you are already those who have taken more than 85% and all. No, I want, so you wanted to reach the 100%. To reach the 100%, these are the important things actually what you have to know. And from my 20 past experiences, just I'll give you a brief note of this. Please have this in mind. First, you have to solve the previous year question papers minimum of 5 years. If you have more than that, that's well and good. That's well and good. Please have this. You have to solve minimum. That the some of you may ask, sir, if it were to be a very new subject, then what we have to do? Subject is not new. Subject is not new. Topics are new. That's it. So you will get the things, more questions. If it's not only from our Bangalore University, I'm talking about, please go for the other university question papers also and solve the papers. Apart from this is very, very important. That is the time management. That is the time management. Please, my dear friends, please see this, what I'm going to tell in the future. Now, hereafter, first is your pattern. That is answering the questions in the exam, how you have to present the answers in the exams. That's the main thing. So in the examination, how usually will be the question paper pattern? It will be like this. You can see this. Section A, usually it will consist of, I'm not talking about the languages. Please excuse me. I'm talking about only the core subjects. So because languages may be different from this. So core subjects, usually it will be like this. And you have answered all these. When those who are in the final year, they're already in the fifth sem. They have already written 3 semester exams, because fourth semester you're exempted. And the third semester students, you have already written 1 semester. And again, in the second semester, you're exempted. But the first year students, see this will be your examination pattern, and sections will be like this. You're going to have section A, section B, and section C questions. Section A questions consist of, it's the first question number 1, that is. And in that, you are going to have 7 sub questions. Out of that, you have to answer for 5 questions, and 2 will be the extra questions what it will be there in your question paper. You can answer only 5 out of 7, which will carry you only 10 marks, but total marks in your question paper will be for 14 marks. Coming to section B, you'll be having 4 questions. Out of that, where you are going to answer only for 3. So answer any 3 questions they will give, and each question carries 6 marks, which will fetch you 18 marks. 18 marks, but one extra question is there, so total marks will be 24. 24. And now coming to section C, the long answer questions usually. Again, it will be of 4 questions will be there, where you're going to answer only for 3. So which will fetch you 42 marks. And total marks in the question paper will be 56. 56. And total questions in your question paper will be 9. You have to answer only 7 questions. And leaving the sub questions I'm talking about. And actual marks you're going to write it for 70, but in the question paper it will be there for 94 marks. Now see this, there's a difference of 24 marks. If you attend for that 24 marks and any one of the question, you are passed already. You are passed. It's very difficult to fail in the exams. It is very, very difficult to fail in the exams, but the students to whom I'm talking, I know that you are the advanced learners, but even though some of the students, those who have secured out of out, sometimes maybe by overconfidence or by some other reasons, they cannot score that much marks in your exams, especially in the university exams I'm talking about. So now, how it has to be done? How we have to answer these questions? So please note, make a note of this. Your question paper will consist of 94 marks. Anything else? Is it audible? Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you are going to answer for 70 marks, but it will be there for 94 marks, where you're going to have it for 24 marks extra. Previously, it was 36 marks extra questions what we used to get previously. If you see the old papers, you'll come to know, because in section C they used to ask 5 questions, you have to answer there only 3. So 12 marks extra will have been there, and in section C you'd have got 2 extra questions. So that means 14 marks 2 extra would have been there. There we'd have got 28 marks extra in section C itself. But now it is not like that. Your question paper has been made it like this, especially Bangalore City University I'm talking about. So you are going to write the answers for, you have to, as because you are the advanced learners and you have to get out of out marks, you have to attend all the questions, that is for 94 marks, not for 70 marks. So when they give you the choice, you give the valuer the choice, stating that I have answered all the questions, you please correct all the questions. This must be there in your mind always. Please have this in mind. You please give a choice to the valuer and ask them to value your questions and tell them that I have written all the questions, you please give me 70 marks. But kindly don't write that that stating that give me full 70 marks like that. Your answers must be like that. Okay, now see this. So apart from this, while writing the answers in the exam, how it must be, see these things, some of the important points what you have to keep in mind, some of the very, very important points what I have learned, from past experience. The answers to the questions, that is the presentation of answers in the exams, must be like this. First of all, you would have seen the question paper. So in the question paper itself, they used to mention it clearly on the top of it. Answers should be legible, neat. So answer all the questions neatly. And again, I'm mentioning, please write the question numbers properly. Mention the question section and the question number. Section A, 1 E question, A, B, C, D, E, F. You will get, you mention it as E if you want to answer. So please mention the question number properly. And if you have read your, I don't know, those who are already in the final year, for them I'm talking about. Even some of our professors, those who are there in the invigilation works, they have not usually read each and all the instructions. So especially for the students I'm talking about, please see to that. Please read out your admission tickets. That is what you used to call it as hall tickets properly, completely, completely. Please read it. Please read it. And apart from that, when once you receive the answer sheets, answer booklet, and there are certain instructions which you have to follow that, please read it. Please read all those things so that you will get more time. Not on the time in the sense, because you are writing only for 70 marks, it is not for 100 marks, but they are giving you 3 hours of time. Have this in mind. They are giving you 3 hours of time just to write 70 marks, not for 100 marks. Previously, you know that for 100 marks, they have given even your PU also. So for 100 marks, you have to write, you will write it for 3 hours. But here it is just for 70 marks. They have given you only 2.5 hours or 2 hours time, but they have given you full 3 hours of time. So you will have time. Please read out the instructions given behind the answer booklets and even in the front page. Why I'm telling you all these things is, these are the instructions usually. Start the next question. When once you complete your a question answering that, after finishing of that one, please don't write it in the same page. Don't continue the next question in the same page. Start it in a new sheet, new page. You must do these things. This is very important. And now listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. Usually what will happen, especially for the advanced learners, usually two in a bench we used to sit in the examination. When once we start writing the exams, there are more disturbances. There are more disturbances, not from anybody else. The person who is sitting next to us, they will disturb us a lot. They will ask, after writing the answer, they will ask whether is this right. What we will do, thinking that we know each and everything, we will tell them, hey, this is not correct. In the same way, you used to see that, and you will ask them, is my answer tallied? Then they will tell that, hey, this is not the answer. What you will do? Immediately, you are going to strike that answer. That is the main mistake what we are doing there. That means to say, if you strike the answer what you have written in your exams answer sheet, that means you have valued your paper. You are not given the chance to value it to the valuer. This is the mistake what I have seen from my past experience. And apart from that, listen to me, my dear friends. You have written that answer by taking nearly half an hour of time, especially 14 marks. You will take minimum of half an hour time. If you strike that one, that means you have lost 30 minutes. You have lost 30 minutes. So that's why I'm telling you, whether it is correct or not, whether it is correct or not, please don't strike that answer. Please don't strike that answer. Even if it is a mistake, even if the whole answer is wrong, please don't strike it off. And don't write the same answer again, because you already taken half an hour of time to write that answer. Continue with the next question. Now, please make a note of this. From my point of view, you have to start answering not from section A, not from section A, because section A will give you only 10 marks. It will give you only 10 marks, but you will spend minimum half an hour time in the beginning itself. So please make a note of it. Kindly start your answers. This is from my opinion. That's it. This is from my side. Please start the answer from section C and your time management starts now. For answering a question of section C, you have to take up only 30 minutes of your time. 30 minutes of your time you have to take up. That means to say that you have to finish off 3 questions of section C in 1.5 hours. That means 50% of your time is over. Out of 3 hours, if you take half an hour to write 14 marks question, whether it may be a theory or a practical, whatever it may be, it will be 1.5 hours means that is balance of 1.5 hours is left out. But you have completed 42 marks, answering 42 marks, more than 50%, because you are writing the answers for just 70 marks. It is not for 100 marks. Then start with section B, where you have to answer 3 questions, where you have to answer for 3 questions. That will be for 6 marks each. You can take 15 minutes of your time to complete a question. A question I'm talking about. That means 45 minutes. So section C, 1.5 hour. Section B, 45 minutes. That means you have completed 2 hours, 15 minutes of your time, and you have already answered 60 marks out of 70. Still you are having 45 minutes of your time to write just 10 marks. That is section A. That is section A. Now, some questions will arise. Sir, if time goes out, if I can't make it, then what I have to do? Sometimes, without seeing the time, because nowadays you are not supposed to wear even have your wristwatches also to your exams. So at that time, sir, I have not seen the time. The time is up. Now have not completed, have not started my section A answers. What will happen? Just it is of 10 marks. Just it is of 10 marks. Think you are having 10 minutes of time. I'm damn sure that you will complete that within 5 minutes. I will tell you, because it is just for two marks each. It is not for 14 marks or for 6 marks. My dear friends, especially while answering the 2 marks question, they will give you just mention to mention any 2 points. If you write a point over there, especially for 2 marks, I'm telling you, the values will give you the marks, especially for 2 marks. That is the theory questions, definitely will have the marks. But if the same time only 10 minutes is there, if you have to answer 14 marks question, think that is it really possible? It is not at all, because especially if it were to be any problems, to rule itself it will take more time. So that's why please start with section C and then go for the other things. Section C, then section B, then for section A. Now just see, if I come in the reverse order, think that I have started section A, I have taken half an hour of my time. Then I'll see, oh, still I'm having 2.5 hours time. I can complete, no problem. That will be there in your mind. But what happens? You will start with section B. By taking half an hour for a question, you will take 1.5 hours over there just for writing 3 questions, which will fetch you just 16 marks. If you complete it, it is already 2 hours time, half an hour for section A and 1.5 hours for section B. So that means you are having just an hour time to complete section C, where you have to answer for 42 marks. 42 marks. You are having just a 1 hour of time. So, and that too, especially if you do start doing any accounts problem, you will take minimum 40 minutes or 45 minutes to complete a problem. Just now, as I told, you will see even the other papers also. You'll peep usually. I know that. I've seen the students, especially. As because I know that I'm speaking to the advanced learners. But what is there usually in your mind will is I know everything, I can help out the others. Please don't do all these things. Don't turn here and there. Please concentrate on your answers. Whether if the other answers are correct or not, we don't know. That is the other our friends answers. So because if we see that they will tell that your answer is wrong, then automatically first thing what will come to our mind is as because my answer is wrong, I have to strike off that one. When once I strike off that one, my half an hour is wasted, and again I'm going to write the same answer where I'm going to waste 1 hour for one question. 1 hour for one question. This is the mistakes what usually the students are going to do. Especially, this is the main fault what we are going to make. There's a time loss. And now, if they when you are writing the answers for 2 marks questions, you usually you have seen come across write any two differences between, but don't write just two. Please write more points. That is, write up to 4 or 5 points. And again, why I'm telling you is you give a choice to the valuer, stating that I have written 5 points. If 2 points are wrong, other 3 points are right, you please give me full 2 marks over there. Don't cut down the marks. Even if it is for 6 marks, write any six differences, write any six qualifications like that. Don't write just 6 or 7 points over there. Please write minimum of 10 points. If your 4 points are wrong, at least 6 points will be correct, and you will get full out marks over there again. This is how we have to answer in the examination. This is a very important point, so please make a note of it. Please don't write whatever that they have just asked. How many points means just don't write only those many points. Please write more points. Maybe, usually, if not all. As just I'm showing my 5 fingers over here, everybody is not equal. Your values is not same. Your one paper will be valued if it has been gone for review again. Maybe the reviewer may give you more marks, or he may cut down the marks also. So give them the choice. Tell them, I have given you a choice. You please do it. If my two points are wrong, other points are correct, and I have written more, please give me the full marks. That is the way how we have to answer. Even especially for the theory papers, what I am talking about. And especially the accounts or any other thing, steps, we are going to get the marks. You are going to get the marks, especially for the steps what you're going to write. Don't blindly write the direct answer. Even though if you know it, please don't make it. Please make the steps and write it so that you will get the marks over there. Usually some questions will arise. How to make it, especially as because now it is in virtual mode. It is in virtual mode. How to cope up for our practicals? It is very, very simple, my dear friends. It is very simple. It is simple than that of the theory papers I'm talking about. I'll tell you. It's very simple. When your professors are doing the class, please keep ready with your pen, book, calculator, everything, and start doing what they are telling. And if they are doing it on a board, it will be very good, or else we can do it in the Excel sheet or on a white sheet, and it can be shown to our students. This for our professors, what actually just I'm telling you. So it will be very easy. And for the students, it is a very, very easy one. You have to solve the papers. If you have not understood, there are so many YouTube you will get. Okay, please go for it. Just see that it is being recorded already. You can follow all those things one by one. If you are not understood, you can go for other thing. So in YouTube, you will get more and more how to solve the problems and all those things. It will be there. Please go for it. And especially when once you are writing in the answer sheets, I have seen, my dear friends, especially you, the advanced learners, used to write after writing the three answers in section B and section C. The next question, when you are answering, you used to write it as extra question. You yourself will write it. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. Don't write it as an extra question. You just mention section C, question number 4, and write the answer. That's it. That is what you have to do. And don't, as I just now I told, don't strike it, because you are not valuing your papers. You are not the valuers. You are not the valuers. You allow the valuer to do it. If it is wrong, let him value the paper and mention it as wrong. Why do you want to make it? So, and then hope almost I have covered, it seems. If anything is there, so you can just make it. So any questions from your side? Hope I have completed within this time limit what I have been given. If anything is there, you can please ask me. Definitely I'm ready to answer your questions. Anything else that you need? Yeah, Akila madam.
Students can unmute your audios and you can ask the questions, or you can also put it in the chat box. If you have any doubts.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a very informative session, actually. Students, see, this is the golden opportunity for all of you to get the answers from the experienced person. Okay, so if you have any questions as such, any doubts in your mind, put it in the chat box. Sir will take the questions, or even you can unmute yourself and you can also ask the questions.
Sorry to just interrupt a small thing. Just I received a question previous that from the, especially from the first year students, and they're talking about especially that CA is, how can it be, will it be easy for us to take up CA and BCom both? Yes, definitely, because usually, especially for the CA entrance, what you're going to write in the beginning, almost it is same subjects what you're going to come across over here, and it will be very easy for you. It will be very, very easy for you if you have taken up those things. That is especially the CA, or it may be even CS also for that matter. So it will be easy for you to make it out. This question is especially for the first year students. Yeah, waiting from your side now.
Sir, it's a question from a student itself.
Sure.
Because normally students ask us this question often and often. What we normally observe is students are behind the notes always.
Yeah.
So I request you to throw light on things where they can refer how they can refer the textbooks, how the textbooks are going to help them more than us. Because nowadays what we see is students are behind notes. They normally ask for notes every time.
Yeah.
Please throw light on those things.
Yeah, that's what, madam, I usually have mentioned that. So when once, if they want to solve the previous year papers, they have to make it on their own. Don't see the answers. That is usually they used to go for scanner or anything like that. No, so many mistakes will be there, especially. So if when once your professors gives the notes, that is not the thing what it has to be seen. As because you are the advanced learners, it is you who have to prepare the notes on your own. And please don't see the books what they have referred. You please go for the other books. You ask them. You ask them. And I know, especially from our Sheshadripuram branch group, you used to prepare there is a separate books. There's a separate books and notes which will be prepared by your professors. It's very good. And apart from that, that's why you please go for the other books, not only for a particular publisher, particular publisher. Please go for the different publishers. There are so many. Don't only think that there's a Himalaya publication, Skyward publication, Kalyani publications. So more and more. Go for the references book. Please go and sit in the library. Please go for the library. Now you tell that, sir, it is not possible to go for the college and sit in the library. Yes, but you are having the Google as of now. I can tell you like that. You will get more answers, but don't always think that the answers given by the Google is always right. That's why I used to call it as a Google Gugu, because usually whatever the question you ask, definitely it will answer you. Any question for that matter, but it is not correct. Always it may be, but I'm telling you, always it is not correct. That's it. So please go for the other references books, especially because it is not like PU. For the first year I'm talking about, it's not like PU. PU, up to PU, usually you have to refer the government textbooks, but in degree it is not like that. There are different authors. There are so many authors. There are so many authors. We can't count it. So please go for those things, and please use the websites. Please use the websites. References books, searching new from the web. You have to make it. Please search in the Google, YouTubes. It's not one or two. It's not one or two I'm talking about. Central government, including the central government. Our higher education has uploaded so many videos in the YouTubes. Please go for it. Whichever you find it suitable, please make use of it. Please make use of it. And nowadays, as you know, the social media is very vast. You will get each and everything. So as just now, what your principal madam has told, yes, usually our students used to go behind the notes for the professors. Please, for the especially for the advanced learners, I'm telling you, please go. No doubt, you take the notes, whatever they used to give, but that is not sufficient for you. For you, it is just sufficient for those who want to just pass by taking just 25 marks out of 70. And you are the luckiest persons, especially the students, because the 30 internal marks is already there with you. I'm not talking about with your professors. I'm telling that it is with you, because if you are good, that is punctual and doing all the works, usually what are the assignments that they're given on time, definitely you will get 30 marks. That means 30% is already yours. So it is very easy. It is not like just PU. Here it is already 30% is yours. So how much out of 100 you have to get then? Balance of 70. So it is there in your hand to score above 95 and even 100. It is in your hands. It's not there in your professor's hands or anybody else. It is there in your hands, because if you write the answers, good one, in your exams, definitely you will get it. And we don't want to take your marks and in our pockets and take home. It's your marks, and definitely you will get it. Ma'am,
Sir,
hope I have answered it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, we have one more question from the student Tanisha.
Yeah.
Sir, since internet is ocean of knowledge, how
Yeah.
do we know which is more apt, or which information is more apt on, and that how do we know that it suits our answers?
Yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah, got it. madam. Usually, what happens when we start searching for it, as I just now I told that you are already having a notes with you, that's whatever that your professors used to give or whatever it will be there, reference books or textbooks. Once you have already seen, whatever the other extra points that you're going to get, that will be of helpful for you. Don't just think that it is one or two. Anything, as just now that particular one of friend has asked that question, don't just think that go behind that to search whether this is good or whether which one is good and all. Any one, you take any one of that and go for it. And that's why I'm telling you, the points which you have already referred, it must not be there. It must not be there. It must be something unique. Something unique. Then you can take it and please show that to your professors, and definitely they will guide you out. Definitely they will guide you out, because again I'm telling you, you are not supposed to write just 5 or 6 points or any how much they have asked. You have to write more than what they have asked. More than 4 to 5 points extra what you have to write. That's why. I hope it is clear, it seems.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Any other students with any other questions? Students, any questions?
Akhila ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
you just give vote of thanks, because normally our students will put the questions in chat box after the
Yes,
vote of
ma'am.
thanks. This I've
Yes.
seen in many of our webinars.
Yes, ma'am.
So you do the formal vote of thanks and let us see if they have any questions, let them ask.
Yes, ma'am. With this, I would also like to inform one thing to the students. Okay. Students, we will be providing additional books facilities in our library for the advanced learners. So you can get more book issued in your name, and you can refer to more and more reference books so that you can come up with best answers for your examination. One question is there from Maulika. How to prepare for competitive exams along with the degree?
This is what actually I have heard before actually I start the session, and fine. Especially from the final year, usually you used to get this type of questions. Competitive exams, minimum of 15 hours. I'm telling you, I'm sorry for this, even because I've seen, especially for CA, CS, or any other competitive exams, professional exams, and apart from that, we must be well thorough with the present day situations and what is going on regarding the society. So you have to go for more books, that is reference books especially, and instead of watching in any other things in social media or anything, chatting and all those things, please go for these, especially because those carries multiple choice questions. So you must be ready for those things, and especially professionals will be there to teach you for this particular exams. There is separate classes which goes on for this. You can make use of those things.
Srihari sir, one more last question, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, madam.
Sir, can you throw some light on the revision that our students have to do it at the time of exam?
Yeah. Okay,
like
fine.
Last minute revision or
yeah, you okay. It is not just like last minute revision or anything. That's why I have asked them to prepare their notes. Especially they have to make the points. OPA, just I have mentioned here, they have to make the points of their own. I'll just here more points. Just I mentioned after the class at the time of when especially for the students I'm telling when your professors are taking the classes at that time they used to tell some points. Please make a note of it. Please make a note of it, and that you have to keep it at the for your end, that is at the time of exams. Just by seeing that points you must have to remember what actually you have to write, because long answers cannot be read. And especially when once you go for your exams, last half an hour or 1 hour, I have seen, especially in the examination center itself, they used to turn the pages, they used to start reading. Don't do it. Be calm. It is not be calm. Okay, you have to be calm during those time, and whatever that you have studied previously, just that's more than enough for you. Go, have a positive mind, sit and write your exams. Definitely you'll get more marks. That is more than 95% I can give you. Is it enough, man? Hope it's clear, it seems. This is what they can do. That's it. They have to make the points and they have to make it at the end. They have to go through those points.
Sir, we have one more question, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
One.
Sure.
Sir, the question is, in English, for a 10-mark question, we are told that we are hardly given 8 marks, and it is the maximum marks that we can score.
English subject you are talking about, or if English language, if they are writing any of the subjects?
Sir, English subject, sir.
Subject.
English as a subject. Yes, sir.
Because I'm not a language professor over here, and I'm not actually because it's a frank one. It is not like that. It's not like that. When the answers are correct, they are not supposed to cut down their marks. Why means, just I can tell you one example from my side. Even it's very long back. When once the answer is correct, if the marks has been not allotted properly, usually students can go for revaluation. Even if they won't get the marks, they can go for challenging valuation, where I have took my students, I'm giving my own example, to the court, and they have got the full marks. It's not like that. If they have written the answers perfectly, they will get the full marks. It's not just for 10 marks, they will get only 8 marks like that. Sorry for it. It's nothing like that, man. Sorry.
Ma'am, can we end the session, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am. Just check if you have any questions from students. Otherwise, we can start.
Madam, before that, just let me take 2 minutes of your time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Vidya man, I would like to thank you and the Seshadripuram College for giving me this opportunity, and I wholeheartedly thank to all my the faculties who are there. Actually, I'm thinking that they are my colleagues. I know them, and thank you, Madam Suma Madam, to give me this opportunity. Vidya Madam, it's a very nice having this session, and students, all the best for your future. Thank you, Madam. You can take
Thank you so much, sir. It was actually indeed a pleasure for all our students to hear your words of experience. Because normally when we tell all these things in the class, students are not so serious. Experts' knowledge is always the experts' knowledge, sir. Thank you so much. Akhila ma'am.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಶಂಕದಿಂದ ಬಂದರೆ ತೀರ್ಥ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯೂಶಲ್ ಆಗಿ. It will be like that. And especially I wish all of you a happy Dasara. Today is Saraswati Puja actually, so we had a very good session over here. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Akhila ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Can I start, ma'am? Okay. I take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. I thank Professor Srihari sir, Department of Commerce and Management, SSMRV College, for giving valuable inputs to our students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
I thank Professor Vidya Shivannavar, Principal, Sheshadripuram Institute of Commerce and Management for her constant support and guidance. Thank you, ma'am. I thank Suma BG ma'am, Coordinator IQSC, for her motivation and constant support. Thank you, ma'am. And I also thank Assistant Professor Sindhu Yujadav in her absence. Thank you, ma'am. And I thank all the faculties for attending this session. And I thank all the students for being a part of this particular session. I hope it was very useful for all of you all. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Pramod sir. I can see you over there. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Vidya, ma'am. So let me sign off.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Suma, ma'am.
Thank you.